So, what we are now embarking on is a follow up analysis of an episode of The Restaurant Business with women in business really developing and showing us how gross women in business are. This isn't your typical small town business provider. No, these are the wannabe big wigs of corporate America that make corporate America. See, there's men version and there's women version, and they are horrible people. These people are horrible. These are the people that shouldn't even be in the workforce. These are the people that should be put in prison because they're that horrible. That's what we're watching when we watch Melissa Toppelberger and Mona Van go to dinner with their men. Those are the people that belong in prison, but those are the people with the opportunity. Think about what I just said. Gary Vaynerchuk gave Mona Van an opportunity of a lifetime, and all she did with it was show outfits and brag about how much money she had. She did nothing to educate an audience. She only worried about hair and makeup and bragged to an audience about who her fiance was. And he allowed that while he yelled out humility and all the other nonsense that he yells out, while you as audience didn't recognize what they were up to was unethical and illegal, while they both did it to an American citizen. While you all rioted in the streets for Palestine. So while he's engaged in prancing her around New York City, this says everything about the city of New York City and how fucking gross all of you are. It says everything about how you've tried to manipulate me into submission so that you could, recover your marketing scams of your online presence with a bunch of low-class individuals. I mean, how many years do you think this was going to continue? How many years, Gary Vee, did you think that this was going to continue? Because this girl over here is pretty much fed up with your ass. See, every year is another year of him going to the white party with another loser named Michael Rubin with his nasty ass wife. See, you want to understand that these people are the worst of its kind because they are the ones that marry these women to put them on platform to abuse the hell out of all of us as the real contributors to society. Do you understand yet, Americans? Do you understand what these people have done to our nation? The ones that you are your children. No, fuck you, Gary Vee. Go fuck yourself and your nasty fucking Noah Toppelberger and that nasty ugly whore that you call friends to your fiance. You all are disgusting to look at, and I just blocked Mona Van, which means I fired her ass. I fired her ass, and I fired Gary Vee's ass, which means that they're now going to live in the romance of what their relationship actually is, with no person like me to come between them, so that they can actually live for you as audience to demonstrate what kind of business they really operate versus the delusional attitude of trying to piss someone off to fuel their business. Do you understand how these people have operated on influencer platform yet? Do you understand what these people have done to society so that they could run off and take photographs to abuse the hell out of audiences and then tell all of you to be humble? A consistent vicious circle and vicious cycle of doing nothing more than abusing the fuck out of audiences while you all just stood there and went to work every day and said, well, at least I got an hour uplift. You don't see a problem with this, is my question for you as Americans. You don't see a problem with a bunch of foreigners and a bunch of freaks out of New York City violating people out of North Carolina? Forced into our faces so that they can thrive in their already rich lifestyles, because it's not enough for them to have all the money and the hobnobbing with all the rich fucks. No, now they got to brag to all of us to make us all feel less than they already make us feel less than. While they then nickel and dime all of us workers out here, while they make the big bucks and travel to all these fancy locations, while Mona Van flips her hair and gets her hair and makeup done with her diamond fucking ring. Now you tell me what influencer would ever participate in that? Oh, take a look at all of them. That's the realization of what you're all up to. No education, nothing to offer, nothing but arguments amongst yourselves. Except when you're in front of the camera and then you pose with your boyfriend who's Braxton, who's a football player out of Miami or whatever fucking state that he works with now, so that you can look hot in your outfits and go to Coachella. Well, this is my outfit on day 2 at Coachella. What do you think I should wear? That's their business. No, that's actually the business. Her outfit and what she wears and what clothing they're up to and what restaurant they go to and who they're hanging out with is the business. This is what Gary Vee and all his little fuck faces all created as a business. To where you then go on his platform and expect to be participating in that version of business because you're not real business professionals. So you sell t-shirts about it. Don't forget about Logan Paul using his infant as a marketing strategy. A marketing strategy with his whore girlfriend, or excuse me, now wife, to where you violate all of us as audience, but we have no say in it because it's a tight-knit select group of individuals who violate people because they have no ethics and no morals, and it's watching you climb the corporate ladder while you violate the fuck out of American citizens. So that you can, communist us into submission? Well, that shit ain't gonna work no more, mofo. That shit with your bad attitude, you're now supposed to be a father and you're going to behave like that with a child? Well, that ain't going to fucking work no more because Esme's already starting to plan on how she's going to expose you and your nasty ass, freaking gross ass wife's lives in the future to expose you for what it was actually like to be the child of a bunch of fucking freaks. Yeah, that's the realization that these so-called young people that are actually old as fuck. You do know, Gary Vee, that you're not 22 or 26 or 32. You're old as shit, and you're dating and engaged to a 20-something-year-old, you nasty old fucker? So you're going to act like you're a child while you play with toys, and then your little fiance is going to stand there at a event in a dinner and say, look at how rich we are. Look at how wonderful we are. Look at us in New York City living the high life. We're going to another restaurant with another couple, and we're just going to love on each other, and everybody's just going to accept all of the things that we're up to. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm going to fight tooth and nail to expose you and your fiance, Gary Vee. I'm going to expose you like I said I would in the beginning while you pretended to be undercover, but it's clear that you're really not undercover. You've been like this your entire life, a hustler, you call it. A hustler, a person chasing money while pretending to be friendly. Well, clearly the way you've treated me is not friendly at all. And I've decided that I do not want to be a part of your organized crime group any longer, which means that you're all responsible for your own energy. And you as audience might get a little bit more awake and aware to what I've had to deal with because you're going to start being their targets. Do you understand yet? Do you understand that I've been the person that stood in front of the line to get attacked by these people while they pretended to be nice to you, while you then attacked me and then you supported them financially? Do you fucking get it yet, you nasty fuckers? While Gary Vee smiled at the camera and abused the fuck out of me, and you all just stood there and said fucking nothing. And that's for you, Americans of the audience. Then what kind of men are you anyway? What kind of men are you is what I want to fucking know. A man who RAPEs a girl that you don't even fucking know when it's coming off of Monavan or it's coming off of Toppelberger. So you're going to decide to just choose some random girl on the internet that you're angry at and you're going to RAPE her? Because that's the reality of what you've all done to people like me. So that Melissa Toppelberger can wear a bikini on the beach and try to make you aroused. And instead of targeting the person that's the target, you actually go after innocent people. And that's how sick you all are. And that's the reality of what they tried to create and what I actually exposed. And now you're going to sit in the shit that you all fucking created. So go sit in your shit while no one watches and while no one is even inspired or intrigued by anything that you do, because it's literally the same thing you did 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, last year, 6 months ago. Look at me in my little pose. Let's stand like this. Let's look at each other. Wow, that's really unique and original, Gary Vee. Take a look at your fucking career and how it hasn't evolved in the last 4 years. And it won't go anywhere with that nasty bitch Monavan on your arm because your life is fucking dead and you're just going to go to another no rules party where you hang out with a bunch of eat cleaners, where you talk about garbage and nothing. What a fucking low life, lazy motherfucking life, because that's the life that you chose for yourself. That's your fucking future. That's your fucking life. You chose that for yourself. So stir the